Oh man, all right, all right. What's going on, beautiful people? I don't think I did that right. One second, let me do this here. Let me add that. I think that's done. Oh man, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, guys. For a very special night, a very difficult night for me, I'll tell you. As I attempt to do my best, along with my team, to have one of the most difficult discussions I think you could ever have in life. September is Suicide Prevention Month. September is Suicide Prevention Month. And I don't even know where to start to try and I don't even know who would feel comfortable talking about death, especially when we're talking about killing yourself. But this is the month to discuss it. This is the month to have the grown, adult, delicate, loving conversations that may save you or your loved one. They may save them from themselves. I don't know how to have this. I don't even know how to talk about this and make sure that I'm as kind and gentle as possible. I don't know what's going on in the mind that makes someone get to the point where they no longer want to be here on this earth, no longer want to be here for their family, their kids, their loved ones. And I don't even think they get to that point. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to attempt to do what most people simply won't do, because that's just what I do. I do what most people won't do. Because I am my brother's keeper, and I am my sister's keeper. Do me one small favor. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't even tag anyone. Just let me know where you're connecting from, though. What city, what state, what country, city, what state, what country you might be connected from here today. I'm just a brother who cares enough. And that's all you need in your life. You just need one person, at least one person who cares enough. And I'll tell you, I've had suicidal thoughts before in my life. So I'm not a stranger to what's going on up here. It's Alex Harris is here. He's had some attempts on his life. He made a young attempt as a child. Wow. But you know what I do? I sit, when I look at my situation and where my thoughts were, and I tell you, it was so uncomfortable. I was like, I might be having these thoughts, and it's just a matter I want to talk about it. But who in the world can I talk to about me thinking about not wanting to be here no more? Who in the world could I have that conversation with? And it was nobody that I felt comfortable saying they wouldn't try to send me to the psych ward or send me to, whatever them do, three little numbers you press, and then next thing you go. Because I've been held against my will, and the only time I've ever been held against my will, it was by the hospital. It wasn't by the cops. It was by doctors or nurses or whoever. That's the only time in my life I've been held against my will, strapped down to a gurney, and couldn't move. So I don't know what you've experienced, but I know I've experienced some shit that I don't want my children, your children, no one to experience. But we can't stop from what you experienced, but hopefully, we can talk about it. Everybody playing console, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Well, I mean, who in the world is going to talk about suicide prevention in September, which is Suicide Prevention Month? Let's talk about it. Maybe just if you see that other people are willing to talk about it, you'll be free to talk about it. And I believe if you're free to talk about it, you can free your mind and the rest will follow. I know it may not be easy. I know you don't know who you might be able to trust. I get it. I've been there. Who can I talk to about what's going on up here that I don't necessarily know if it's the truth? I don't know why I'm thinking this way. I don't even know what I'm going through at the time. Because hindsight is 20/20. I can look back and I can say, oh, okay, I see what it was. For me, it was suppression. It wasn't depression. 40 years of my life, I've known myself that I had the fear of being great, not the fear of mediocre. My fear of being great came from how I was raised. Oh, don't talk. Oh, your thoughts. Oh, you're the child. Oh, you're the young one. Oh, we're superior. Big brother, big sister, mama, daddy, everybody. I'm like, I got something to say. But nope. Your opinion, your thoughts don't seem to really matter in the grand scheme of things, because this is what we do. We have this thing called tradition, and this is what we do when we do what we do. And I'm like, no, I don't want to, that's not what I want to do. I want to do something different. But no, you have to be here because we said you got to be here. You got to do this because we said you got to, but no, I got my own mind. I got my own thoughts. No. You're the son. You're the child. I know what it's like. I don't know what it's like for you. I know what it was like for me. And then when you actually be honest about this stuff, then it gets even worse. Now you're crazy because I'm honest. Oh, I think that you're crazy because you lie. I think you're crazy because you don't want to have the difficult conversations. I think it's actually you that's crazy. Why are you calling me crazy? So I don't know what you're going through. I don't know who's going through it. But here's what I would submit to you. That we can get through it together. See, I've been to the mountaintop. I've slayed some giants in my life. And just maybe your brother can help you slay your giants. Just maybe, if you're willing to give it a try, if it's your last shot. I mean, just I can't even tell you to trust me, because who can you trust when you're thinking about killing yourself? Who can you trust? The good book says this. It says a brother is born for times of adversity. Your real brother wasn't there when you was partying and when you was doing all the stuff that destroyed your life. No. Your real brothers, they show up in times of adversity when you need them the most. But you got to let them in. You have to let the people who are trying to help you help you. I think we need to say that together. Yeah, we have to allow the people who are trying to help us. Now, I don't know where you are mentally, but would you agree that there is some people who are trying to help you? There's some angels that God has sent to try and help you. They were sent on assignment to help you, Alex, to help you, Shanrika, to help you, Nicole, to help you, Danto, to help you, Benny. There have been angels sent to help you on assignment. Will you allow God's angels to help you? I know it's not easy. Look what you've been through. Look what you're going through. But maybe because you're looking at what you're going through that you can't see that other people have already been through it. And they're coming back to pull you forward. Will you allow people who are trying to help you? Now, I know it's hard to trust people. I mean, I'd rather trust my dog than trust people. I mean, Lord Jesus, we know people disappoint you. People that tell you they're going to do something, don't do it. People. That's what people do. It's called human nature. But you're human too. The exact same thing that you talk about people doing to you, you don't talk about it when you do it to people. Uh-oh. You mean a little bit of accountability? Yeah, some people get on my nerves. They get on my goddamn nerves, but damn, I get on some other people's nerves too. Oh, people don't come through for me. Oh, they don't never show up for me. But then we start looking at the people that you said you was going to show up for. You don't show up for them. Uh-oh. It's not a one-way street. Here's what I'm saying to you. It's not all about you. And that might be why you wanting to leave, because you have been making it all about you. No, I want you to think about your children. I want you to think about your loved ones. I want you to think about your mom, your dad, your grandma, your granddad. I want you to think about anybody in this world who has ever told you these 3 words, Alex, these 3 words, Shamrika, these 3 words, Nicole, these 3 words, Benny, these 3 words, Danto, these 3 words, Wanda. I love you. Let's try it, guys. Get it out your chest. Say it with your chest. Put it in the comments below. I love you. One more time. I don't feel like y'all felt it there. I gotta say it with my chest. I gotta pump. I love you. I'm trying to get the angels to come on down. Come on with it. I love you. And I ain't gonna let you go out like that. Not on my watch. I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. I love you. I love you. Maybe you'll reconsider. Maybe you'll put the drugs down. Maybe you'll say no to the bottle. Maybe you'll ask for forgiveness for your sins, your transgressions, as they have transgressed upon you. Maybe. Those 3 words, the greatest gift of all is love. Maybe you can feel it. Maybe you can feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Obviously, you hadn't been feeling it if you're thinking about killing yourself. You ain't been feeling love. But have you been giving love? Oh, it's hard to give love when you disappear. It's hard to give love when you isolate yourself. It's hard to give love when you go to that dark place, they call it the sunken place, and you don't know how to get out. You don't want to get out. I love you. And I want you to know something. There's absolutely nothing you can do to stop me from loving you. Now, I want to talk a little bit about some things that I've done some research. We got some team that's helped. I don't know. I just want to go through this. Bear with me. So Shamrika is on our team. She's done a wonderful job getting me some information. This is part 1. We can't even go through it all in one session because it's deep. So I'll share some things with you. Right? It's like, what is it? Psalm 23. Somebody go get Psalm 23. Matter of fact, let me go get it for you. I'm not going to rush this. No. This, we saving lives tonight. Oh no, I'm just going to do what the good Lord told me to do. Psalms 23. Now, I don't know. Yep. Psalm 23, the Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. He doesn't lead you into wickedness. That's not where the Lord leads you. The Lord don't lead you into evil and wickedness. That's not where the Lord leads you. And you know the difference between good and evil. So if you're in the evil place, that ain't the Lord that's leading you there. Would you agree? Oh, when we get the good book out, things change a little bit. Oh Lord, he bringing out the weapon of mass destruction. The thing that changes. Intermediate. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely. Everybody put in comments below, surely. Surely. Goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Although I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, although I'm in the burning fire as Daniel, although the odds are against me, although, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I love you. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Whew. So what we did was we trying to get I don't even know if we can logically grasp this whole thing about what's going on up here and what's going on wherever age we are, whatever. I know, Alex, you said some things that scrolled up. I was going to read it, but you said something about being young and I don't know. But here's here's a synopsis of this whole suicide thing. Big thing. Major thing. We're not talking about, we're not talking about you cuss somebody out. We're not talking about you stepped on somebody's toe. We're not talking about all the little petty stuff that we argue about. We're not talking about who's going to be president. We're not talking about none of that. No, we're talking about somebody literally thinking about killing themselves. If that doesn't take precedent over all the little silly bullshit we talk about, then I don't know what does. Because once that happens, you're no longer here to talk about. And I don't like to talk about you behind your back. I damn sure don't like to talk about you while you're in the grave. If I'm going to talk about you, I'm going to talk about you to your face. So you ain't going nowhere, Benny. You ain't going nowhere, Nicole, because I got some more talking to do. You ain't going nowhere, Alex. I got more talking to do. You ain't going nowhere, Sharika. You ain't going nowhere, Wanda. You ain't going nowhere, Danto, because I still got some more talking to do. Number one cause, they say, as they try to generalize, like this whole why people may consider suicide or think about suicide, mental illness. Among the most common causes of suicide is that of mental illness. Although there are a variety of treatment options for people with mental illness, they are far from perfect. Most people end up trying a variety of psychiatric drugs and or talk therapies. After years of trying various medications and cocktails, going through medication withdrawals, and experimenting with therapy, some people are stuck in a constant state of mental pain and despair. Do you have a heart where you can recognize that somebody just might be stuck? There's somebody connected to you right now that they see that you might think they went crazy. You might think like I can't deal with. Let me tell you what happened. I know how many guys can feel this. When you at your worst of your worst, whatever that time was for you, and you were actually reaching out for help, and people said they could not understand you, they didn't want to deal with you because you ain't normal. And you're like, I know I ain't fucking normal, I'm fucked up, and I'm asking for help. No, because I only deal with like-minded people. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. All of these people that say they love you unconditionally but don't love you at all. They only love you when you can do something for them. And then when you really need them, when you're on your deathbed, they don't even show up to the hospital. I've been there. But and then let me go a step further. I'm going to just talk about it. Then I start thinking about, wait a second. I'm about to turn 45 years old on Thursday. And I know who's going to show up to support me, and I know who's not going to show up to support me, and a lot of who's not going to show up to support me is my own family. The next time we're going to meet is when someone passes away and we're going to be at the funeral acting like we love each other, acting like we support each other. Oh, what you been up to? Well, don't give a fuck about what I've been up to because I've been inviting you to everything and you never show up. But now that somebody passed away, we're supposed to act like we family. Get the fuck out of here. Grow the fuck up. My family shows up for me. My birthday, the most important day of my life, you can't make it and you 10 minutes away? Fuck you. I love you from afar, but fuck you. This is how I maintain my mental sanity. Stop giving a fuck more about people than they give you. Stop jumping over oceans for people who won't even skip a puddle for you. I know that's hard because we want to help. We are givers. We are the sons of God. We're the children of God. We're over here changing lives. We're saving people, but goddamn, when we need help, especially the brothers, you're doing everything you can for your family. And now that who can you turn to when you need help? Well, I am my brother's keeper. Number 2, anxiety. Let's talk about it. Having generalized anxiety, social phobia, panic attacks, and obsessive compulsive disorder can drive a person crazy. Some forms of anxiety make it extremely difficult to maintain friendships, finish school, or hold down a steady job. Did your boss or your job ever think that you was actually going through something that maybe you needed the resources from the job to help you deal with that anxiety versus you just was coming late because you was coming late? That might not have been the case. You've been going through something and nobody is listening to your cry for help. But nobody but God. Everybody put in console, but God. Nobody but God. The combination of loneliness and fear can lead a person to contemplate suicide. Are you is your heart beginning to open up to these people that you've been pushing away because they don't do what you want them to do when you want them to do them, so you ain't gonna fuck with them no more, me included? Am I becoming more pliable to say, maybe let me just see. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure you're good, Nicole. I want to make sure you're good, Benny. I want to make sure you're good, Alex. I want to make sure you're good, Wanda. I want to make sure you're good, Danto. I want to make sure you're good. And see, here's the deal. We might not be good, but I at least want to make sure we still good. Are we good? If we're good, say we good. If we good, say we good. Because if we're not good, we need to know that. We might not be good, but are we good? You might not be good, Nicole, but are you good? Benny, you might not be good, but are you good? You might not be good, Alice, because we know, I know, you know, but are you good? Wanda, I know you might not be good, but are you good? Danto, you might not be good, but are you good? And if you're good, then I'm good. And if you good and I'm good, then we good. But if you ain't good, no matter what, I love for you to, hey, can we figure out what we need to do to be good? Number 3, bipolar disorder. There are a couple of subtypes of bipolar disorder. How many guys have had somebody in your life, your family, cousins, who was diagnosed with bipolar? And I had one. I was like, one of my good friend cousins. I was like, I never saw it. I never experienced it, but they said it and he agreed with it. And I guess he had it. I don't know. But I never experienced it, but I did. There are a couple of subtypes, but essentially it involves fluctuations in mood from states of severe depression to elevations in mood such as mania and hypomania. Now, I don't know exactly what those are. I'm going to have to look those up. Mania and hypomania. Go ahead and Sherry, get those definitions for it. Mania and hypomania. These mood fluctuations can make it difficult. It can make it difficult for people with this disorder to maintain relationships and a balanced life. Or again, I ask, if you ain't contemplating suicide, are you seeing that these people are being people, human beings, and they might just be dealing with something that's going to make it hard for them to maintain relationships? Or what we would call in today's language, we call it toxicity. But you're not mature enough. You're not you, but we are not mature enough. We're not mature enough to handle toxicity. So we have to separate ourselves. There is a segment of people who are not mature enough to handle, to manage, to can't deal with a bipolar person or a toxic person. It ain't necessarily got to be bipolar, but a toxic person. But there are a few. Everybody put down so a few. There are a few. Because the good book says that many are called, but only the few are chosen. There are a few who are chosen to handle, to manage, to care, to love in a way that situation can be received and accepted. It may not be you. It may be. I believe that Benny Holly's one of those few. I seen him in action. He told me one day, he said, man, a lot of stuff I don't deal with, I don't know, but this right here, this stuff I can handle. He pushed me to the side. I said, Benny, I don't know what to do. He said, I got this one. And I was like, wait a second, you got this one? I ain't seen you step up. But he said, no, this is why God called me to be a part of this group, because this is what I come here to do. This is my lane. I said, oh shit. I said, go, Benny, go. Didn't that happen, Benny? I was like, go, Benny, go. Let me set up 2-zip-1 and let me take lessons. Let me take notes so I can learn how to handle situations like this from a master of handlers of situations like this. And Benny Holly taught me a lesson. I said, same thing with Alex. Alex, there'd be certain things I just couldn't handle. I said, I don't know what to do. And Alex said, oh, that's my lane. I got this. And I was taking notes. Oh, this is how you handle that crazy shit. Okay, all right. Whew, you got to know your lane. All right, let's see here. Hypomania. Okay, wait a second. I'm trying to get it. Hypomania may share similar symptoms, but may differ in the degree of the symptoms experienced. Both conditions display mood and behavioral changes that are beyond normal. Mania tends to be extreme degree of hypomania. The symptoms are so severe that the individual cannot carry on with their usual activities. In extreme cases, they may even be hospitalized. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Whew. All right. So there's some people quite possibly in your life who are dealing with things far beyond your scope of understanding. That's why we're doing this tonight. Suicide prevention, suicide awareness. We can't help prevent it unless we understand it. Everybody put in console, understand. This is the key to life. One of the keys to life. Understanding. The good book says, get wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. It's Proverbs 4:7. Somebody put that down in the chat. Triple P if you're still here, or Shanrika, anyone. Says, get wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. Get wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. And in all thy getting, get understanding. So, Benny, I just simply want to understand you better. That's it. Donto, I just want to understand you. Shanrika, I just want to understand you. Alex, I just want to understand you. That's it. I'm telling you, once you get understanding, you can understand why you do what you do, what makes you tick, all this stuff, if you study yourself. See, many times we find ourselves studying other people, but we don't study ourselves. I was talking to Queen today, and I told her this morning, And we were talking about wearing glasses. And I told her I know the exact day where my eyes started to go bad. Now, how in the world is a 45-year-old man going to be able to tell you exactly when his eyes started to go bad? Because I've been studying myself. I've been studying life my whole life. All those 40 years of suppression was nothing but shut my mouth because they wouldn't let me speak and study. So I've been studying. I said, I remember when I was like maybe about 11 years old. And we went to this is probably the last time I went to Chicago to visit my grandfather before he passed away. When we go to front, can you put the scripture down, not just to put the whole scripture out? So we go to Chicago. My grandfather, he was the chief of police in Chicago, and he had real estate. Right? And he owned a triplex. So in Chicago, instead of going wide with the houses, they go tall. So it was a tripleplex or whatever it's called. And they had 3 levels. He owned the whole building. And so the other 2 levels were being paid by a tenant who paid for the mortgage. So my grandfather literally lived rent free because they paid the mortgage. My grandfather. Yeah, the apple don't fall very far from the tree, by the way. But when we would go, it would be a lot of us, you know, this big papa, you know what I mean? And we would, part of our ritual or part of our hanging out, part of our being around each other was to watch TV. So I remember Arsenio Hall. Now that's a late night show, right? So that was coming on way at night and we watched TV. So the parents and stuff would be sitting on the couch. The kids would be sitting on the floor watching TV. But I was sitting right up on the TV, like this, watching Arsenio Hall. And guess what they say? Don't sit so close to the TV, your eyes will go bad. And guess what happened? My eyes started to go bad. A week later, when I go to the eye doctor, maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, whatever, I need glasses. I start crying like, what? How? Why? What? They gonna look at me different. All that stuff, right? But I remember when my eyes started to go bad, watching TV just like this. So that's why now if you ever around me and I see you just like this and it's dark, I'm gonna tell you cut the light on. Don't look at this. This is the new TV. You see it? It's the new TV. You just like this all day. Your eyes gonna go bad. I don't even know I don't even know how I got off on that tangent. Anyway, back to suicide prevention. Okay? I don't even know what my point was, but you get the point. Okay? Additionally, the depression can lead to a person to feel suicidal. So a person can feel suicidal. A person can feel like not wanting to be here anymore. It's a feeling. And guess what, guys? Feelings can change. And let me tell you how you change this feeling. That's how you change. You know how you change this feeling? With a whole lot of love. I want you to think about right now a person in your life who you know is going through it. Whatever it is. Maybe you've separated from them. Maybe you don't call them no more. You know they're going through it, but you don't want to go through it with them. So you said, bye-bye, sayonara, I've done what I can. What if all they needed was a call from you right now, a call from you today, just to say, you know what, sister? After all that, whatever that is, I want you to know that I love you. I want you to know that if you need me, if you need a shoulder to cry on, if you need a person to talk to, no matter if we don't like each other right now, I love you. I am my sister's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. You can call on me, or the good song says this: lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you. Carry on. Lean on me. Because it won't be too long till I'm going to need somebody to lean on. Everybody put console lean on me. A whole lot of love. Well, this thing, Nicole, it's not money. Don't say not money though, because that, although you may not give them the money, if they're calling for the money, at least they called and they opened up communication and dialogue. When a good teacher, or I know it wasn't a teacher, when Paul and whoever, they were traveling at the beautiful gate and the dude was begging for money, he said, money I have not, rise and walk. But he still engaged. He still started the conversation. Now, whether they gave him the money or not is totally something different. But they did not talk to him because he was asking for money. They said, no, we ain't got no money. But you can walk, so get your ass up and go to work. And then you're going to get the money. Right? So there was still a dialogue. There's still a conversation. There was still love that took place. Although he was begging for money, he got something better. Because they had wisdom to be able to share. They had advice to be able to share. They had something to give him that was much more valuable than money. In the comments below, I'd love for you to share one thing that you know is more valuable than money. Because if you're asking me for money, but I give you something more valuable than money, well, then you still win. What's something more valuable than money? It ain't about the money. If a person is contemplating suicide, they ain't thinking about no damn money. What the money gonna do? They ain't gonna do nothing. You don't need nothing when you're no longer here. You don't need no money when you're no longer here. Depression, number 4. Oh, I know, I'm very familiar with this one. I kicked depression's ass. Major depression is a leading cause of suicide throughout the world. People that do not treat their depressive symptoms have a greater risk for following through with suicide. Individuals with major depression are typically genetically wired in a way that makes it difficult to feel pleasure and happiness in life. 90% of people who commit suicide suffer from untreated depression. Depression, that giant, that Goliath. That beast. Now, I believe that the good Lord had me go through what I went through, divine order, beat that shit so I can help other people beat it. So if you are dealing with depression, inbox me. Let's have a confidential conversation because I'm ready to fight. Yeah, I'm ready to go to war. I am armed and dangerous. I got everything I need to kick depression's ass. Let me put me in, coach. Let me take a swing. Oh, y'all scared of Goliath? Not me. Put me in. I'm David. I got my slingshot. How many guys got your slingshot? You ready to take a shot at depression? You tired of getting slapped up in the head by depression? You still want to be here and live a long life? I got everything I need to tackle that giant. Bring it on. I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. Depression, what you got? What you got? That's the best you got? You ain't mess with my brother like that. Oh, you ain't gonna get my sister like, bring your ass on. Come on. I used to play baseball. Throw the fastball if you want to, depression. Throw the curveball if you want to, depression. Throw the knuckleball. I don't care. Throw the slider. Just bring it. Is that the best you got? That it? You thought that was going to take me out? Guess what? I'm still here. Put that in the comments below. Because you're still here as well. You've gone through you going through your share of shit. And guess what, Wanda? Guess what, Sharika? Guess what, Nicole? Guess what, Nina, Benny, Danto? You are still here. All of the child stuff, all of the trauma, all of the disappointments, all of the betrayal, all of the, guess what? You are still here. Now, this one is the last one that I found very interesting. I did not know. Number 5, schizophrenia. This is a highly severe mental illness with an array of symptoms, including severe depression, hallucinations, and cognitive impairment. Having this illness makes it difficult to function in life and can serve as a major challenge due to the fact that most medications to treat this illness carry severe side effects. Anywhere from 20 to 40% of people with this illness attempt suicide. Now check this out. This is a person that's actually going to get help, and they put them on medication. And the medication has severe side effects. So it took them even further to wanting to kill themselves, not healing them, but hurting them. Severe side effects. Now, Dante Williams is here. He can talk to you guys at some point. Maybe he'll talk about, I don't know, but he can share some stuff about this one Jardius or something like that had severe side effects that almost killed him twice. He tells the story all the time. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily wanting to kill himself, but I'm saying some of these medications that are meant to help you do more damage than good. But of course, this is not medical advice at all. I'm just reading what I just read. That's what I interpreted, that severe side effects is fucking severe. So maybe you might want to consider some things that I wish I had available to me when I was dealing with suppression, 40 years of suppression and 2 years of depression. When I was in about 2 years of depression, I can count on one hand, I can count on 2 fingers how many people actually called me while I was in the hospital. But I got countries. I got continents of people who I've helped over the years. But I only had 2 people who reached out to me when I needed help. Stop jumping over, crossing oceans for people who won't jump over puddles for you. That's going to alleviate a lot of that stuff. I'm going to tell you the word for me this year is reciprocity. I can tell you that. I'm going to help whoever. I love you. I'm going to help you, but eventually there's got to be some reciprocation going on. I'm not jumping and you ain't jumping. That's sandbags. That's what that is. That's a sandbag. We pulling up. You keep pulling us down. Come on, let's rise. Nope. Let's come on back. No, I got to rise because I got way more. I got more people to help. So what's the difference between, I don't know, y'all talking about something. Anyway, so here's some alternatives to that stuff that gives you severe side effects. You may consider, may look at, you probably see the first comment talks about my virtual dispensary. This is why I got in this business. A virtual dispensary owner, to be able to provide plant-based products to help you with your health and your wealth. And more so when I say your health and your wealth, I'm talking all mental stuff. To help this. To help you get your mind right. Everybody putting guys on get your mind right. So I might well start by sharing that with you. Something I believe, something that's helped me, helps me every day. I take it as a daily. Me personally, I take it as a daily. To help make sure I maintain a sound mind. I work on my mind. My mind is a terrible thing to waste. Get your mind right. You know whether you tell me directly or not. If I were to ask you this question, you know whether it's yes or no. If I ask you right now, is your mind right? You know. You can put on you can lie to everybody in the world except the person in the mirror. Is your mind right now? If not, let's get it right. Now, of course, we can have that conversation confidentially. You can inbox me, whatever. If you want to holler at me, whatever. I am my brother's keeper. But you know, no matter how much you want to portray and lie, put this representative out there, you have a hard time being honest and genuine and authentic because you've been hurt. The people you tried to be honest with, people you tried to tell, they weren't listening. They couldn't hear. It just is what it is. Everybody can't do this work. I get it. Everybody wasn't built to do this work. You were built to do the work you were supposed to do. That's why when I needed Benny, Benny came through. When I needed Alice, Alice came through. When I needed Danto, Danto came through. There's certain things I can't do. But this right here, this is my lane. Oh yeah, bring it on. I'm hitting home runs every time. So get your mind right, guys. We have this thing called shroom flower. This is a nootropic mushroom blend. It's a 14 mushroom blend. We talk about mushrooms. We talk about plant-based. Mushroom is good for you. Mushrooms are good for your health. Everybody put that comment. So mushrooms are good for your health. They're from the earth. They're from the ground. How you want to get your mind right? Get grounded. Some of the stuff you already know. You're just fighting it because you're hurt. I get it. You're upset. You're sad. You're disappointed. Especially the brothers. I get it. I know some sisters, y'all are too, but I'm a man and I can speak for men. Mushrooms are good for your health. Dr. Sebi taught us this. All the holistic teachers are teaching us about the stuff that God made that's good for us to help us to stay healthy, mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, all that stuff. So get your mind right. 14 mushroom blend. Now you can look up all those mushrooms. Probably somebody put some stuff down there, but it's got everything from oyster mushroom to turkey tail to lion's mane to chaga to reishi, all that stuff. Now some of you guys might not know what I'm talking about. I didn't know what I was talking about, a year ago, but I've been doing a whole bunch of research since then. I'm not quite matter of fact, next week I'm going to meet Dr. Sebi's son next weekend on the 21st. He's partnered with somebody and they're going to be doing something in the city. And I'm going to go partner with Dr. Sebi's son. Hey mom, I think I made it. I think I've arrived. No, I ain't arrived yet. I still got more to do. I still got more work to do. So this shroom flower 14 mushroom blend's got some CBD in it for pain relief. It's also got some Mary Jane, just a small dose for a little bit of stress relief. So if you are not 420 friendly, this not for you. But I had a lot of people who weren't 420 friendly when they met me and they tried this and it is for them. Go figure. But this is called mindset, right? This capsule is all about mindset. This right here will help bring some balance to your mind. Again, I make no medical claims. You could try it for yourself. How can you try it? Guess what? I got a sample available for you. A free sample available for you. Why would I give you a free sample? Because I love you. And I want you to be here for a long life. I want you to see your children, your children's children, your great-grandchildren. I want your crown of your hair to be gray. Showing wisdom that you have lived this life and you got something to share. I got free samples for you. Hey, it ain't about the money for me. Because you're more valuable than money. Yes, Enrica, you're more valuable than money. You yourself are more valuable. Y'all put time and all that stuff. Yes, great. You, Triple P, you, Benny, you, Danto, you, Queen Wisdom. You're more valuable than money. Inbox me. Get help. If it ain't for me, wherever you can find love, go there. Not lust, fellas. Not more pussy, fellas. Love. Big fucking difference. Now, I'm going to share one other product and then I'll be out of here because it's just so much. I got a lot of things that can help you. You got a link in the description. You go check out all the stuff, anything you want that you can find to help you. You can find stuff to help you. You know that, right? You can find solutions to your own problem. Whatever that is. Whatever the problem is, you have a solution. It's in you. You just have to look. That's why it says, ask and you shall receive. Look and you shall find. Knock. Where is the good Lord telling you to knock? Where is he telling you to look? Where is he telling you to ask? He's really telling you to ask the Holy Spirit, which is in you, not out you. That's right. Seek and you shall find. Ask, seek, and knock. But many of us, we're looking for answers outside of us when all of the answers to all of your and I mean all the answers to all of your problems are in you. Here's how I can prove it. If we were to talk right now for, let's just say 15 to 30 minutes, and I just let you talk, you would talk your way into a solution. But I never thought of that. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. You know, it happened to me earlier. I had a problem. I called Queen Wisdom. I said, I'm trying to, and we was going back and forth and she was doing, and then by the time I got on the phone, I said, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Didn't that just happen, Queen? It didn't feel good at all. It was uncomfortable like a motherfucker. But at the end of the day, I got my answer. And it wasn't that she answered anything. She did the best she could with the information that she had. But at the end of the day, we found a solution. Or we found the next thing to do. Whatever that is. Are you really looking for answers to your problems, or are you just talking about it? Now, here's another thing that people do to avoid looking inside for answers. They have drugs. They have alcohol. They have video games. They have cigarettes. They have a whole bunch of distractions out there. What we call it in today's language, we call it entertainment. I'm going to entertain myself. I'm going to participate in mindless activity so I don't have to think. And my good friend Danto said this. He said, thinking is hard work. I thought that was real profound. I said to many people, thinking is hard work. Just thinking. Which says that they're not operating in the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. If thinking is hard, I mean, picking up bricks is hard. You know what I'm saying? But thinking is hard. Yes, thinking is hard for some people. For some people, they never had to think a day in their life. And I'm talking about deep thinking. I'm talking about deep thinking that goes into your subconscious. I'm talking about tapping into your God source. Some of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about now. Let me keep going. But here's something we have that can help you fix that problem. The thinking problem. It's called Amanita muscaria. It's called the magic mushroom. Everybody putting console magic. It's called magic. Now again, got different delivery methods for it to help you to deal with anxiety, depression, or anything that might be leading you to think about not being here no more. First, it ain't about the products. First, it's all about the love. You got that? You know somebody love you? You being held, whatever the case may be, right? That's the solution. These are just to help you love yourself more. See, many of you you've fallen out of love with yourself. For whatever reason. You've fallen out of love with yourself. I get it. This world will make you do that. This world will make you fall out of love with yourself. Matter of fact, I'm talking to some people right now who might not love themselves. And it's been longer than a month. It's been longer than 6 months. It's been longer than a year. It's been longer than 5 years. It's been longer than 10 years for some of you that I'm talking to right now. Since you loved yourself. Magic mushroom, Amanita muscaria, what is this? This is a mushroom that helps to boost brain power. right? You had the mindset, which is going to be for get your mind right. But we have something for brain power to boost your brain power. Well, here's the first thing you might want to boost. You might want to boost your confidence. Faith. Faith is a part of the love package. When you start loving yourself, loving what God has created, appreciating yourself. Fuck everybody else right now. It's time to have a little self-interest. It's time to be a little selfish. Fuck everybody else. Do you love yourself? Do you love what God has created, which is you? Fuck it. Get everybody else out your mind. Everybody else because they're not gonna come save you. When they not coming to save you. When you really, really, really need them, they ain't coming to save you. So get them out your mind right now. Do you love you? If you love you, put in capital letters, I love myself. Fuck everybody else right now. Now, I'm not saying that you ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? You gonna do it. But let's just for this moment, can we focus on me? Can we focus on we? Can we focus on I? Just to make sure that I did first things first, that I love myself. I've been there. I've been places where if I didn't love me, I'd be out of here. How many guys have been in situations like that? If you didn't love yourself, you'd be out of here. I love me some me. Woo-hoo. I mean, look at this. I mean, who am I? How would I not love this? Shit. What you gonna, boy, come on now. Give it to him. Do you love you? I love me some me. That don't mean I'm always right. That don't mean none of that stuff. What that means is shit, at the end of the day, that love is strong. And because I love me so much, it's easy for me to give love. Cause I got plenty. I got plenty to go around. Anybody need some love? Anybody? I got plenty. Shit. I remember the days when I didn't love myself. I remember those days. Suppression, 40 years. 2 years of depression. I've been through all of that. I remember when I wouldn't stand up for myself. I remember when I wouldn't speak. I remember I wouldn't share. I remember when I was selfish. I remember when I was in lust. I remember all this stuff. I got plenty to go around on. Anybody need some love? I'm giving out love today. You get some love. You get some love, Sharika. You get some love, Nicole. You get some love, Benny. You get some love. Anybody else need some love? I'm giving out love today. I got plenty to go around. Anybody else need some love? I'm looking for people who need love. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall. And in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call. Telling me I need a girl who's as sweet as a dove. For the first time in my life, I need love. You know what? Fuck all the products. If you want to go check out something in this dispensary that can help you, I'll do that next week. Or I'll do that next time I come. This is about love today. Fuck the damn products. The number one ingredient to help you save yourself. And it's not just, now we can look at suicide, obviously the physical part of suicide, but what about the mental suicide? What about the emotional suicide that's taking place as well? So let's not just look at physical death. What about the spiritual death? At the end of the day, the number one thing you need is love. Love. Make love, not war. Peace, right? Hit the like button, hit the share button. As I said, fuck the products. It ain't about no money. I don't give a fuck about that. I care about you. I love you. If you need love, if you need to talk, if you need your brother's keeper, if you need your sister's keeper, I'm one DM, one call. I'm not hard to find. I got love to give, and I want to give it to you. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Hopefully this brought some awareness. Hopefully you hit the share button. Hopefully you love other people enough. This is a conversation most people are not going to have. Do what you can for those people. They hurting. They need you to simply hit the share button. So maybe they can hear this while they going through whatever. They say, oh, somebody's talking to me. Don't do it for you. Don't do it for me. Do it for the people you love. Whoever that is. Tomorrow isn't promised. And for some strange reason, my people continue to think they got time. That you control something that you don't control. You don't control time. So why are you wasting so much of it? I love you. And I pray to God he allows me to get real soon. I'm out.